The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day, that January is bringing all that you are wishing and desiring it to bring. So happy New Year if this is our first time connecting in January. And it's a great time of year to really look backwards and forwards. It's a great time of year to look back and think about 2017 and releasing what is no longer serving, embracing what is. And then as we look ahead at 2018, what is it that we're wanting to step forward in? What are we wanting to create a forward momentum in? Those things that matter most to us. And we have some amazing experts today that are joining us because when we're looking ahead, when we're taking action, when we're continuing perhaps on some of the things that we started in 2017 and we want to bring forward in 2018 and beyond, it's important to know how to keep persevering, how to keep going forward no matter what. Because there will be challenges, there will be unexpected things that happen. So how do we have that mindset to be persistent, to keep taking steps forward in those things that matter most to us? So we're going to dig into that and learn more about that from an amazing expert who has survived so much and has been able to keep hope and help inspire people to move forward. So hope you're looking forward to that interview segment within our show. And then we're going to talk about shining, because so many of us are called to be seen in our life, to fully show up. Whether you're a performer on stage, a speaker, or you're looking to bring a message or something that matters forward to you, or even fully showing up in your life, creating that impact, that imprint that matters to you. And the only way to do that is to be visible, to be seen. We can't hide behind the scenes and make that happen. And so we've got an amazing expert that has spent much of her life on stage in all different types of medias that is going to help us around that, how to navigate through perhaps some of the fear that comes up around being seen and standing in that space, how to really show up even when nerves happen, things that we get a little bit nervous about. We're going to look at how do we keep going forward, even when we may be stretched a little bit or we may be stepping out in a way that is new to us. It's so important to have tools and tips and ways to navigate through life and move forward. And I believe it's truly important to have a plan, to know where you're wanting to go. So I'm going to encourage you throughout our time together to use the breaks, the pauses that we'll have built into the show, disguised as commercial breaks, to use those, to be present, to process what's being placed on your heart, and perhaps plan a couple steps to support you on your journey. Because I want you to be able to move forward in each and everything that matters to you, that is laid on your heart, that you want to commit to bringing forward in 2018 and beyond. So when we hit January 2019 and we look back, you can see the imprint that you have left. You can see the things have moved forward that matter to you. And it's really important when we're doing that is to remember our why. Why do those things matter to you? When a challenge comes, why is it still important to keep moving forward? What are those things that are going to inspire you when a challenge comes or a surprise comes? What's going to keep you moving forward no matter what? So let's take a moment and pause and breathe. And in fact, I want to do a really special kind of breathing with you. Those of you who've been on the show before may be familiar with this, but I want to make sure all of us are breathing in a powerful way together. So let's breathe in through your nose and expand your belly. Breathe into your belly. See how big you can make it? Bigger. Okay, and then out through your mouth, like through a straw. That kind of deep breathing, and keep breathing, is going to help bring you very present. It's going to lower your cortisol levels, your stress levels, and help you be in a space where you can hear and receive what is here for you. Keep breathing, because it's not an accident that you've tuned in today. It's on purpose, and that means there is something here for you to receive, to support you in moving forward, no matter what. And I want you to receive everything that is here for you today. Those of you who are driving, I encourage you to stay safe, eyes open, no texting and driving, maybe inwardly tuning in. But those of you who are able to, put both feet on the floor, one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Keep breathing and close your eyes just for a moment. You're absolutely safe. And I want you to think about what it is that you're wanting to step forward in, that you're wanting to bring forward in 2018. And how you want to be in bringing that forward. So what you're wanting to bring forward and who you want to be as you are stepping forward. Just kind of feel into that. Bring in all your senses. Sight, sound, fragrance, all your different senses. And as you're feeling into what it is you're wanting to bring forward, I want you to explore why. Why does that matter to you? What is your why in that? And what is it that you need? What is it that you need to support you in bringing that forward? What is it that you need and are willing to receive? Because we have choice. So what is it that you need and are willing to receive? Just receive that information. Come back into the room, eyes open, fully present. And I invite you to write down the information that you received. What it is that you're wanting to bring forward, how you're wanting to be in that. What do you need and are willing to receive? And I encourage you to write it down because it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to get distracted and miss the thing that we need that might be right in front of us because we forgot for a moment what it is that we need. What it is that we're bringing forward and why that matters. So I want to encourage you today, right now, real time, capture that and keep it top of mind. And then add in anticipation of that need being supported and coming to you so that you can be everything that you are wanting to be and bring forth everything that you are wanting to bring forth in 2018. Let's take a breath. Beautiful. And I'm going to go around our virtual room here, and I want to ask our amazing experts just what was laid on their heart as we connected heart to heart, soul to soul, spirit to spirit. Love for you to share. Holly, did you have something laid on your heart when we paused and listened?
Yeah, Rebecca, for me, what I heard was that I'm calling in more creativity to do things in a different way, to take the risks that are necessary, to be willing to share fearlessly, but the creativity to do this in a different way that I don't even know yet.
I love it.
Creativity.
I love that, and not being attached to how it comes. Like, I'm embracing it and letting it go where it needs to go. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. I celebrate that, and we support you in that. The creativity and being willing to take those risks and fearlessly, or even with a little nervousness, stepping forward. Beautiful.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing. Absolutely, absolutely. And Sara, how about you? What was laid on your heart?
Well, what laid on my heart is that I would like to spread the word, the idea that we are not our own self for our own self. We are for other people. So my mission is to be able to inspire people to look for that whatever they want to do in order to benefit other people in a very positive way.
Beautiful. I love that. I love your heart for positivity and the willingness to support others and inspire them to move forward in whatever it is that they have on their heart and they're called to move forward in. Thank you, Sara. Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Listeners, what was laid on your heart? What are you claiming? What do you want us to lift up and support you energetically with? I hope you feel a big wave of support coming to each and every one of you. And we are getting ready to go into that first commercial break. And what I want to encourage you to do is during this time, stay present. Resist the urge to run and cross things off your to-do list. Really stay present. Give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes to sink into the conversation and receive what is being poured into your heart and spirit. And with that, we'll look forward to continuing the conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com and make the most of an incredible life transformation.
For women, the pressure to achieve is stronger, the work hours longer, and the struggle for respect and authority more complex than ever. You want guidance on how to succeed, and you are not alone. You're invited to take your coffee break with Game Changers on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern for our special series, Game Changing Women. Powerful women leaders will help you make sense of it all, analyze how you can change the game, and share their playbooks. Game Changing Women, presented by SAP on the Business Channel.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed those 2 minutes. It's so easy to forget to pause and give ourselves time to process and integrate things. And I find a key to moving forward consistently and powerfully is remembering to incorporate those pauses, to breathe, center, and really choose our next step on purpose and with purpose. So today we've got a great set of guests that are going to support you powerfully in your journey. And I'm really excited to introduce our first guest expert that we're going to be talking with. You heard a little bit of her heart and her passion and her mission in the world. But I want you to know just a little bit of her background as we go into a deeper conversation where she's really going to help us embrace what we're wanting to embrace, bring forward what we're wanting to bring forward that matters to us no matter what may come. We can still choose to bring those things forward that matter to us. So Sara Im has endured. I kept going back and forth on trying to choose the right word, Sara. Endured, survived, but you endured 4 brutal years in a forced labor camp, later becoming known as the Killing Fields. She escaped to Thailand and later arrived in the U.S. and now has a degree in mathematics and has built a practice of powerfully empowering others to move forward no matter what. She's absolutely passionate about helping you have hope, health, and resilience. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Sara Im to the show. Welcome!
Thank you, Rebecca. That was a very nice introduction.
You are very welcome. Honored to have you here today. And I would love for you to share a little bit about why you're so passionate about helping people have hope and resilience and health, why that matters to you so much.
Well, why it matters so much is that because I had been in their position, I had been in a hopeless situation, but I found a way that got me out from that situation. So that's why I want to share that we don't have to just be hopeless and desperate. There is hope. So for me, I believe that everybody should embrace love into their life. When we live with love, when we have people that we love or people that love us, that love will take us far. When we have love, we have hope. And when we have hope in our life, we have everything.
Beautiful. And I love this because you have known not only what it's like to be hopeless, but you also know what it's like to come through and discover hope and how important love is in that, and loving others and being loved and bringing that into all the work that we do. And I know that you have some core values that have really helped you in the work that you do to come to be who you are and where you are today. And these values, I think, could really support our listeners. Do you mind sharing what your core values are that have helped you?
My core values are, well, of course, the first one is love.
Mm-hmm.
Love. I have such a big love, deep love for my family. And the second is faith. We have to have faith. And we believe that whatever we believe, it will bring us to our destination. And when we have that strong faith, you will believe that you will arrive at your destination. There's nothing can stop us. And the next value is hope. We have to have hope, because hope is just like the gasoline in our car. We have car, but if there is no gasoline, we don't move forward. So hope is so critically important. And the next one is courage. We have to have courage. If I did not have courage, I would never escape from the forced labor camp. I would never escape from Cambodia. And I would never find the life that I live right now. The next core value is perseverance. Mm-hmm. Perseverance is that when you have all that, you have hope, you have love, faith, and courage, you have to stick with what you believe and what you see ahead of you. You have that vision. We have to persevere to get there.
Yes, I love that. And I'm just going to run through those values again, because there's such great information that you shared. I want to make sure all of our listeners got a chance to write that down. I've been taking notes as you've been sharing, so thank you. And I love how you're starting with love, that's a really core value that we need to embrace and really lead with. And faith, really believing in what it is and that it can be and will be, that nothing can stop us if we keep that faith. The hope, and I love the example that you gave about how it's a fuel to our car, our gasoline. I think sometimes, and I'm curious, Sara, if you see this as well, I think people underestimate hope, and they don't understand how critical that is, that we can have the cars, but without hope, there's no fuel. It can't move us forward. So I love how you underline that and emphasize that, and that courage to go forth, be willing to go where you haven't gone before, so you can go where you're called to go, even if it's a little bit scary, kind of feeling that fear and going forward anyway. And the perseverance, keep sticking with it, keep going forward, keep believing, and keep moving in that direction. Did I get the values correct?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I got it. I get a gold star for the day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sara. I appreciate it. And I was just thinking about courage, how you talked about courage and perseverance. And I'm curious, when you escaped the labor camps, you escaped Cambodia, did you feel fear, and how did you go through the fear that came up, where you're kind of going to a new place where you haven't been before? You don't know all of what that path will lead, but you had the courage to do it anyway. And I'd love for you to share any insights you have around that for our listeners that may be fearing stepping somewhere they haven't been before, or going or looking at things a new way.
Yeah, I'm happy to share that. I had two escapes. The first escape was getting out from the group that captivated me for 4 years. And when I found out that they keep pushing me into the jungle, further into the jungle, and I know that that's not the right direction, it's not where I want to go, and it's totally against my vision. My vision is to go find my family. Mm. And that, when I get a few friends, asking them if they are willing to escape with me, that is a life and death situation.
Yeah.
If they ever found us running, we would never be alive.
Yeah.
But I thought that, my family is worth my escape.
Mm. So really tapping into that thing that matters to you, that why, so that it gives you the courage to go through the fear and do those difficult things. But it seems like we have to have a big enough why to face the fear, to have it be worth that risk, and really tapping into it, like seeing your family, getting connected with your family. Was that for you?
Yes.
Right.
It's to have a bigger vision, something is very wonderful ahead of us that we are willing to risk our life for.
Yes. I love that. Wonderful enough that we're willing to risk the life we know to step into that. Beautiful. Well, Sara, I've really been enjoying our conversation, and I appreciate what powerful information that you're bringing to us. And I know that you have an amazing gift that you wanted to make available to our listeners. So this is a free gift from Sara to each and every one of you. I'm going to let you know how to access it and find it. But I wanted to give Sara the opportunity to share what is this free gift and how can it support us in moving forward.
My free gift is the ebook of the book is called Holistic Approach. Holistic Approach is the collaboration book that was written by different holistic practitioners, and I wrote one chapter in there, and it helps people to live a healthy life, spirit, mind, and body. Each practitioner have their own input about leading us to live a healthy life. So I believe that this book will help the recipient to, have a better view or better understanding of what it is, a holistic, healthy lifestyle.
Beautiful.
So I think they will enjoy it. And I have a big chapter in there, and I hope they can find me, telling my story as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for making this gift available. I think it's perfect and timely for the beginning of the year. For those of you who have any New Year's resolutions or goals in 2018, especially when we're feeling into them today, to move forward and in health or mind, body, soul, and spirit, there's some way that you want to move forward in these areas. To have a book like this, an anthology with multiple authors giving you their wisdom, is such a great tool to support you on your journey. You can find those voices, the messages that resonate with you and can cheer you on. And then absolutely check out Sara's story. She can go into a little more depth than we have time for in an interview, and I know it will inspire and motivate you. So here's where you go to access her amazing gift. You go to radiogiftswithanas.net, radiogiftswithanas.net. So it's a net full of multiple gifts. You scroll down to today's date, which will be January 16th, and you'll be able to click on her gift. You just put in your name and email address so we can stay in touch. And I know this gift will powerfully serve and support you. So let's take a breath together as we get ready to go to our next break. Remember to give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes just for you, processing what's being placed on your heart. And we'll look forward to talking to you in 2 minutes.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel.
Have you had a chance to check out Voice America's online magazine and blog, Press Pass? If you love our hosts and shows, check out articles that give an even deeper perspective. Plus topics about health and fitness, movie reviews, philosophy, business tips and tactics, spirituality, positive thought, current events, and even more about your favorite host. It's just a click away at vapresspass.com. That's vapresspass.com. VA Press Pass by Voice America. All access, all the time.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that nice 2 minutes, that commercial break, those 2 minutes just for you. It's so beautiful to give yourself the opportunity to process things on a cellular level, and you can do that 2 minutes at a time. And I encourage you, we're going to have a couple more moments like that throughout our show so that you can integrate real time what is being spoken into your heart, soul, and spirit, so that when you go back out into the world, it's already being integrated. It's not on your to-do list. It's already becoming part of who you are. So let's breathe that in. Wonderful. Now, our next amazing expert has been in the entertainment industry for so many years. She actually started as a child actor and got her first agent at age 12. She is now not only an actress, but a creativity coach, a best-selling author, certified hypnotherapist, and she helps performers, speakers, musicians, and actors overcome stage fright and imposter syndrome. She's absolutely passionate about helping you shine while being highly visible. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Holly Shaw to the, Holly, I got so excited. Holly Shaw to the show. Welcome.
Thanks, Rebecca. I'm excited for your excitement.
Thank you. Wonderful. Very excited to have you joining us and embracing your creativity and helping all of us do that as well. And I would love for you to share a little bit about why this work of helping people in this way matters so much to you.
Right. Well, I think I'm an actor. I'm a performer. I've been a performer my whole life. But I think this is sort of applicable to anyone who is, going in front of, has to stand up and speak or lead or just be visible in the world. So I'm excited to share about it. You already mentioned that I was a child actor. Mm-hmm. I had incredible stage fright. Mm-hmm. So I would go to auditions, and I remember my audition, my agent was in Chicago. I was in Indianapolis. I had to get on the train and take the train for 5 hours to get there. And I'd get there, and you know how it is in these auditions. You get like 1 minute to say the lines, and I'd choke. I'd stumble. I'd get really nervous. And it was so frustrating because I had the calling to do it, right? So like so many people, I had the desire to be visible. And there's a part of me that knew I needed to be visible. And yet it was like my body and, was sabotaging me. And so throughout my life, I sort of worked through that. I got a coach that helped me. And I was a dancer later on for 15 years. So I worked through it, but I've had this happen many times throughout my life, creative blocks, anxiety. And so it was through working through it for myself, really, that I realized I had the tools to start helping all those artists around me, all my colleagues that were struggling as well.
Thank you for sharing a little bit more of your story and the stage fright aspect, because people can look at you now and not realize that was a challenge and a struggle. And I think so often we do that. We look at people now, we don't realize the choices and the growth that it took to get there. And I love that you had it placed on your heart as you've come through that and you've developed the skills and the ability to have stage fright not stop you, but to move through it, that you now are, in a sense, reaching out and helping others that might be struggling with that. And listeners, I want you to think about, this is a theme that we're hearing today about this. I've come through it, and now I'm called to help others come through it too, and create a safe passage, in a sense, through. And I want you to think about, what is it that you're called to create a safe passage with as well? What is it that you've come through that you can help others with? And perhaps there's a bit of stage fright yourself in showing up in a new way. I like how you brought in leadership and sharing a message and kind of standing up in that space. That I think all of us are called to do that in different ways. And that can create a little bit of, scared. We can get stuck. We can sometimes let that fear stop us. So I'd love for you to share, is there a way that we can perhaps start to move through that a little bit?
Right. Well, I like to tell my artists to create in the middle of chaos, right? We can find many excuses. You can find endless excuses for not moving forward. But it's those of us that are willing to create in the middle of chaos, step forward in the middle of disaster, when the world seems to be kind of falling apart. That's what is needed, and that's what we need to be doing. And so, there's a lot of encouragement right now for people to speak vulnerably, right? We hear that a lot. Be sure, share your truth, be honest. And I think that's fantastic. And I know that you recommend that as well, Rebecca, and you're a beautiful example of, speaking openly and honestly and sharing your story and connecting with your audience. But my suggestion for people that are trying this is that, if you're going to share vulnerably, you always want to position yourself before you share vulnerably. So you know what positioning means. It means, sharing something about yourself that tells everyone you've come out the other side, right? Like,
yes.
so people don't feel sorry for you, because you don't want to share honestly and vulnerably and then have people sort of go, oh, I'm so sorry. And you want to let them know, just like your previous guest, she's come through it. She's on the other side, and now look what she's doing with her life. It's amazing, right?
Exactly.
So that's like, I think that's the biggest piece that people sometimes forget, is they get up to speak, and they want to be vulnerable, but you got to protect yourself in the process.
I think that's really, really sage advice. That it's there's a time and place for that cathartic sharing, where you're sharing to share or to connect or to get support. But when you're in a leadership position, when you are in a place of helping others and leading others, it's important they know how you can help them where you are now. And then you can share some of that journey with them, so they know you didn't just poof, suddenly become this, that there was a process you're familiar with, that you can perhaps walk beside them and support them. I think that's a really, really great thing to think about, because I do think sometimes people get so tied into that connecting, they forget to really stand in their power too.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And I want to tie into another piece that you shared. So I have a couple more things I want to talk about with you. One of them is your purpose. And I think we've touched on this a little bit, but I wanted to give you a moment to expand a little bit on how you discovered your purpose and really claiming what that is with all of us today. And I just wanted to make sure we gave you an opportunity to do that.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I believe that creatives, professionals, artists, those of us that are stepping out and wanting to be visible in the world, whether you're a speaker, whether you're just the leader of a team at work, I think that we are the shamans of today. You know, the world is in this space where it really needs healing. It's calling for something bigger than all of us. And we've all got to work together, and that means stepping into that willingness to take people on a journey. Because just like when you stand on stage and you're leading an audience, I've watched you do it. You're taking people on a journey. You're ushering them from one emotional place, even in the show, from one emotional place to another. And so my purpose is to give people the tools, the nuance, the finesse, all the pieces that you don't realize are important, right, in order to do that. And also, of course, just getting through the fear to be able to stand in that bigness.
I love what you're sharing here, because that's why I was pausing for a moment and just kind of receiving what you're sharing, that we have this opportunity to support people, to guide people, to take them on a journey, especially those of us called to leadership, to standing before others, speaking, teaching, leading, celebrating that we're in that place and really claiming it and being willing to step into it. And is it okay if we do a reveal today around something you're launching on February 14th?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like it just ties in perfectly to what we're talking about, and really standing in that place of leadership and supporting people in an ongoing way, really powerfully to stand in their greatness and bring that forward. So I know, we'll do a little drum roll. You're launching a podcast on February 14th, so Valentine's Day. We're super excited to have you coming forward and sharing in this way. And I would love for you to share the title of your podcast and a little bit of what they can look forward to and how they can find it.
Sure. Yeah, it's called the Performers and Creators Lab Podcast. And it's really meant to be a sanctuary for artists, creatives, anyone who is really wanting to step forward and be visible in the world. Because it's my opinion that a creative mind, open to its own genius, has the power to change the world. And like I said earlier, I think we are the shamans of today. We are, the artists evolved out of shamans, out of the healers. That's where the drum beat comes from. That's where all these arts just sort of raveled out of that secret need. And I think we need to reclaim that place in the world. We need to step forward and open ourselves to this natural creativity that we have. So I'll be talking about all kinds of esoteric and fun things. I've got people coming on talking about how they listen to dead people and make art with people that are in the spiritual realm. I have we'll be talking about sexuality and sensuality and how to use that energy in our creative work. That vital life force energy. We'll be talking about stage fright, how to overcome stage fright, how to use that and become more magnetic when you speak. Or when you create art, we'll be doing creative challenges. It's just going to be super fun, super off the wall, and also just really good down to earth advice. Yeah,
I love you're covering quite a range of things. So it'll be, every show is going to add another dimension, another element. I love it. And this will be a weekly show. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a weekly show. It's launching Valentine's Day. You'll be able to find it on performersandcreatorslab.com and also on the Voice America Network.
Yay! We're so excited to welcome you to our podcast family. So welcome. Glad to have you joining us. Great. Well, we are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. I know the time goes so quickly. And as we do that, listeners, I want you to take a moment to pause. Breathe. Process what is being placed on your heart and find something you're claiming as you step into 2018 and perhaps something you're celebrating too. So as we've gone on this journey today, what is it that you're claiming and celebrating? And with that, we'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
We're making it easier to listen to the Voice America Talk Radio Network wherever you go. In addition to listening live, you can check out information about your favorite talk show hosts, discover new talk show personalities, add shows to your list of favorites, and listen to all our show archives on demand. All from your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android. Download it from the Apple App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market, and get ready to tune in. The Voice America mobile app, powered by Aircast.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you really let yourself think about what is it that you're claiming, that you're bringing forward in 2018, and what are you celebrating? Like, I'm celebrating that we have this moment and time together in the beginning of the year to learn from each other, to inspire one another, and encourage each other on our journey of life. Because life is not meant to be a solo journey. We need each other, and it can be so rich and powerful when we're able to let ourselves connect in with each other and lean into other people's strengths that they can pour into us and support us on our journey. So I celebrate that we have this time to connect and support one another and celebrate wisdom and letting people pour into us. And I wanted to run through just a couple things with you as we are bringing our time together to a close. It goes so quickly. But I wanted to clarify something. I had a behind-the-scenes conversation with Sara. So remember her amazing ebook that she shared with you. You can find it at radiogifts.net. So that's with an S.net, plural, a net full of multiple gifts. And you scroll down to today's date, which is January 16th. And she just clarified it's not completely free. So I wanted to make sure you all knew that. She has a special coupon code that you use, and that will get you the book for just a few cents. So it would be just a few cents that you would end up paying. But that coupon code gets it for you for almost free. So I just wanted to make sure I was 100% accurate in what I was sharing with you. And Sara, we thank you for your generosity in giving us that code and making that valuable book available at such a huge discounted rate that we're just paying a few cents to be able to tap into that. So thank you very much. RadioGifts with an S.net. And then I asked if each of our guest experts could just take about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and share one last piece of advice or tip that we can take with us as we go back out into 2018 and beyond, something that we can let pour into us and we can move forward with. So Sara, again, thank you for your gift, and I'd love to hear your tip and piece of advice.
Well, I am passionate about helping people live a whole healthy lifestyle. So for 2018, I will continue my path, my journey with that. So that people we all start with a good health. If we don't have good health, we are not going to have a successful life. So that's the first starting point, is to take care of ourselves with love.
Yes.
And, yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate that reminder, and we celebrate your claiming to continue to do the amazing work that you do in the world. And a really great place to start, because sometimes we can get overwhelmed with where do we start, is to do a health check-in, kind of see where we are. Because you're right, if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to be there for the full journey. So really remembering to include ourselves in the center and giving ourselves love and support so we can do everything that we're called to do. Valuable, important reminder. Thank you, Sara. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So that's a starting point. And healthy lifestyle will cover the whole body. Will cover our spiritual health, our emotional health, and our physical health. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So remembering that holistic vision to it. Thank you. And then Holly, I know that you have a great tip to share with us as well, or a piece of advice, and wanted to give you the opportunity to do that.
Thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, I was just going to share a quick tip. It's very practical. So if you're having stage fright, if you're nervous, if you have to, if you're in any situation and you have to speak up and you're nervous, here's what you do. You squeeze your thighs or your glutes, so the biggest muscles in your body. You squeeze your legs, all right? And what this does is it sends the blood back up towards your brain where you need it. And it's going to help you center and ground you, and it's going to stop any shaking in your legs that is happening. So this is just my quick and easy tip for when you have stage fright. This is just a very practical thing that you can do, and it really works.
I love it. I was doing this as you were talking, because it was, I like to put things into action right away. and I thought, I can feel it toning the muscles too. So it was like it had multiple positive effects. So squeezing that blood up to where it can support you and building muscle at the same time. What a great tip. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love this. We've covered the practical and the profound all in one show.
All important.
Thank you. Thank you. And listeners, we're so honored that you joined us today. And I hope that you had insights and aha moments as we went through our time together today, and that you were inspired and encouraged. Because I want you to know and remember who you are, what you are called to be, that you are beautifully, powerfully, and wonderfully made on purpose for such a time as this. You are needed exactly as you are, exactly as you're made. And I want you to be encouraged and be willing to bring forth the amazing gift of who you are to the world. That wherever you go, whatever you do, may always, always, always underlined exclamation point, be willing. Choose, be willing to bloom where you are planted and shine. Have an amazing week, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.